I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch network. The criminal indictment of Donald Trump voted on by a grand jury in Florida. The charges brought by Special Counsel Jack Smith and his appointment by the Department of Justice as Special Counsel was incredibly detailed, incredibly methodical. The indictment had text messages from Trump employees, photographs, under oath testimony from witnesses were incorporated into the indictment. You know, lots of people have praised this for its precision, myself included, but also, as you look deeper into the indictment that was recently unsealed of Donald Trump, there are some hidden gems, some secrets, if you will, in here, or perhaps we can call them kind of Easter eggs, if you will, that I think Special Counsel Jack Smith was leaving us all. And I want to highlight some of those, what I will call secrets from Special Counsel Jack Smith's charging document from the unsealed indictment. So I want to start off by talking about the photographs that were included. Of course, these now famous photographs of inside Mar-a-Lago. First and foremost, who took these photographs? Not the Department of Justice, not the FBI. These were taken by Donald Trump's employees. His co-defendant, Walt Nauta, was responsible for most of these photographs that he would text message to other employees and discuss in these text messages how Donald Trump was taking records and asking for very specific documents. But let's take a look at one of these now very famous photographs inside Mar-a-Lago. And so in this storage room where Donald Trump was keeping classified information, sensitive compartmented information, top secret information, we all know these boxes on the left. We've seen that, and that's where our eyes are drawn to. But focus on what has been circled here in this photo. You see what that is? That is a copy machine. And of course, it is very convenient to have a copying machine in the room where you're keeping classified records. Many have speculated, and it's a question we've been asking here on the MeidasTouch network as well, about Donald Trump making photocopies of these classified records, but certainly keeping these classified records in a room with a copy machine seems to suggest that. And again, this is why I think this photograph was included. And there's probably a number of other photographs that were not included. But again, you see that copy machine right there. The next photograph, this famous shot now inside the Mar-a-Lago bathroom. And of course, your eyes are drawn to the boxes in the bathroom right near the toilet bowl. But if you actually look up to the right in the shower where I've put a circle, you can see over there that there are boxes actually all stacked up to the very, very top of the shower as well. So inside the shower itself, there are a ton of boxes. And then you'll see on the bottom left circle that I put there, if you look at what it's called or what's written on it, and by the way, it looks like that's Donald Trump's handwriting. I can't confirm that, but that looks similar to his handwriting in other areas. But whether it's his handwriting or not doesn't really necessarily matter. But what it says is Mar-a-Lago bedroom, MAL bedroom. So these are currently in the bathroom. It says MAL bedroom. And so these are documents that Donald Trump wanted to bring with him into his bedroom for probably very specific reasons. Now focus on this part of the complaint after looking at the bathroom shower shot that I just showed you, where you now actually see the boxes stacked up. There was a portion of the complaint that quotes Trump employee number one as saying, "There is still a little room in the shower where his other stuff is. Is it only his paper he cares about? There's some other stuff in there that are not papers. Could that go to storage? Or does he want everything in there on property?" And so what we can glean from this as well is where it says, is it only his papers that he cares about. And there's some other stuff in there that are not papers. And then when you see that one of the boxes is labeled Mar-a-Lago bedroom and they refer to it as his papers, again, you see over and over and over again that there are very specific papers that he believes belong to him, which they don't, but which he's stolen, which he's intentionally and very specifically keeping in the bathroom. Next photo I want to show you right here. Of course, this is one of the more famous photos now, I should say infamous for all of these. And this is the box with classified information that's turned over, flipped over, and you have newspapers all over the floor, papers all over the floor. And where I put a circle on this photo is one of the documents that is the cover page that has the classified or sensitive, compartmented, or top secret border around it. Now, if you zoom in on it, you won't be able to actually see what's on that cover. And the reason you won't be able to see what's on the cover is that it is redacted. And so one of the talking points that we've heard over and over and over again from these MAGA Republicans is that, oh, this is just newspaper clippings on the floor. This isn't anything of pertinent. And one of the other things they say is, did the FBI turn it over? Did the DOJ turn it over? No, I mean, just read what the complaint is saying. Like, let's live in a world, please, of what the actual objective facts are.
When running a business, your employees can create all kinds of interesting situations, like getting complaints because someone on the team always smells horrible. Ben, you better talk to Bambi. Somebody isn't showing up when they're supposed to? Talk to Bambi. An employee reports a serious issue like harassment and you're not sure if you have a documented policy? Talk to Bambi. See, with Bambi, you get access to your own dedicated HR manager, starting at just $90 a month. They're available by phone, email, and real-time chat, so onboarding and terminations, those run smoothly. Team members reach peak performance, and your business stays compliant with the changing HR regulations. And with Bambi HR's autopilot, you'll automate important HR practices like setting policies, training, and feedback. Bambi's dedicated HR managers, they're a US-based person dedicated to your business, giving you access to the HR expertise and personal touch that you need, which allows you to be freed up and focus more on what you love. HR managers can easily cost $80,000 a year, but Bambi starts at just $90 per month. Schedule your free conversation today to see how much Bambi can take off your plate. Go to Bambi.com/USA right now and type in MeidasTouch under podcast when you sign up. It'll really help the show. Spelled BAMBEE.com/USA. Bambi.com/USA and type in MeidasTouch.
This is from the complaint about that photo. It says, Nauta texted, well, Nauta, the co-defendant in this case, who's been charged with obstruction as well. Nauta texted Trump employee 2, quote, I opened the door and found this. Nauta also attached 2 photographs he took of the spill. Trump employee 2 replied, oh no, and I'm sorry, POTUS had my phone. One of the photographs Nauta texted to Trump employee 2 is depicted below with visible classified information redacted. Trump's unlawful retention of this document is charged in count 8 of the indictment. And again, you go and you take a look at it. You could see that when you zoom in, you see the classified border, but it is redacted, so you can't actually see what's on the cover page right there. And I think also very important as well, which is you have to kind of read this very, very carefully. What did the employee say to Nauta? When Nauta texted Trump employee number 2 and said, what happened? Trump employee 2 replied, oh no, I'm sorry, POTUS had my phone. So why would Donald Trump have the phone of employee number 2? Well, Donald Trump doesn't use his own phone because he tries to hide and conceal his criminality. But what we learn from there is that Donald Trump is using the phones of his employees, like employee number 2, to communicate, to try to hide his criminality there. And then one of the things that we can do if we go to counts 31 through 32, 31 or 1 through 31 of the indictment, let's go to document number 8 and see what that document is that was in that room. Here it is. It says document dated October 4th, 2019 concerning military capabilities of a foreign country. So that is the specific document that you see on the floor right there. This is another part in the complaint that I think is worth mentioning. This is a text message that was sent by Walt Nauta, the co-defendant, to a Trump family member. Let me read it to you. This was sent May 30th of 2022. So on June 3rd, 2022, the top counterintelligence official at the Department of Justice, Jay Bratt, showed up at Mar-a-Lago because that was the due date of when Donald Trump was required by subpoena to turn over all the remaining classified documents, which Donald Trump didn't do, and Trump lied about and had his lawyers sign an attestation claiming it was returned. But here's what it says. It says, on May 30th, 2022 at 12:33 p.m., a Trump family member texted Nauta, "Good afternoon, Walt. Happy Memorial Day. I saw you put boxes to POTUS room. Just FYI, and I will tell him as well. Not sure how many he wants to take on Friday on the plane. We will not have room for them. Plane will be full with luggage. Thank you." Nauta replied, "Good afternoon, ma'am." Smiley face emoji. "Thank you so much. I think he wanted to pick from them. I don't imagine him wanting to take the boxes. He told me to put them in the room and that he was going to talk to you about them." I mean, the only ma'am there that could possibly be is Melania. And again, I think that's why this specific text also was put out, giving the timing. And I think it's also a message to Donald Trump and Trump's lawyers that we're aware that Melania was involved in this too, and that she may be a co-conspirator. It doesn't say that, but the implication here for a discerning eye is that that may be a message that is being sent there. And finally, as I think about the allegations in 6A and 6B of the indictment, which deal with a July 2021 incident and a September 2021 incident where Donald Trump was showing people classified military operations, just hey, you want to take a look at this? Hey, is this cool? What do you think about this? Doesn't this make me look great? Aren't I better than Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Mark Milley? I mean, he would say ridiculous things like that, and it's all on recording, and what he said is listed in the unsealed indictment. But I'm reminded of other instances that have not been listed. And I think their Special Counsel Jack Smith specifically was giving the public a roadmap there for us to fill in the blanks. He has this information, but of other instances where these things are on recordings or where people are admitting to Trump showing them classified records, like, just so you see, I'm going to show you this clip right now. This is from March of 2022. This is a video of the MAGA singer, rocker, whatever you want to call him, horror show, Kid Rock, talking about when he met Donald Trump. Trump was showing him maps that would, by all accounts, be classified maps about North Korea and other places. Here, play this clip.
Like, yeah, tweet that out. I was like, I can't add anything better than that. But then it comes out and it's reworded and more political and like, a little politically correct. And I'm like, just being pretty, we're looking at maps. And I'm like, am I supposed to be like in on I make dirty records sometimes. I'm like, I do it here.
You didn't think you'd have a hand
What do you think we should do about North Korea? I'm like, what? I don't think I'm qualified to answer this.
And so here, New York Post has called these photographs and what has been revealed in the unsealed indictment voted on by the grand jury brought by Special Counsel Jack Smith, the Chamber of Secrets. But I hope this video has educated you a little bit on some of the secrets, if you will, within the unsealed indictment. And perhaps you could share in the comments some of the secrets or Easter eggs, if you will, that you've found in the unsealed indictment. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. We're on our way to 1.5 million subscribers. Check us out at patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Wherever you get audio podcasts, subscribe to the MeidasTouch podcast and have an excellent day.
At MeidasTouch, we are unapologetically pro-democracy, and we demand justice and accountability. That's why we're spreading our message to Convict 45. That's right, gear up right now with your Convict 45 tees and pins at store.meidastouch.com. That's store.meidastouch.com.